everyone. What you're about to witness now is the draw for the Warden's Tournament 2015. And what I have in front of me here is, well, first of all, two of the second edition Game of Thrones board games, just to show off. Here is a ball, the blue ball. All the A-seeded players, their names on here. Yellow ball, B-seeded players on there. And just to recap, we have 36 different players. I'll have a list up on the screen here once you see the video. And the players are divided into two seeding groups, A and B, depending on the number of games played. And there's been a long discussion about why that should be. Either way, the median amount of games played is 68. The average is, and let me just check, 90 games played, but there were some pretty huge outliers, which is why a median makes much more sense. Also in terms of dividing into two completely equal-sized samples or groups would be. Either way, depending on that, I've divided the players with 66 games or above into Group A and the other into Group B. So all players in the yellow ball have played less than 66 games, and the opposite goes for the blue ball. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 3 names from each ball and place onto the table, and that will comprise 1 game. I'll do this to make up 6 games for the initial draw. So here we go. And I'm obviously going to rip off FIFA and such here and actually draw the lesser seeded names first, of course. And just to make sure they aren't in any way tampered with, you will be allowed to see the whole process here. Okay? And I'm also looking away. Okay, first name is Culp MD for game 1. Second name is JRB 1327, whatever that means. And the third name for the first game is Wasa. Or again, however you want to pronounce that. Right, the 3 high-seeded games. Players, no games, of course. Ours is the Fury, one of the highest ranked players on the site, as far as I recall. So good luck with that, everyone else. Brannis Stannis, same goes for him, by the way. So 2 of our highest ranked players in the same game here. And Bruno Rias, as staff member, of course. This is the first game. I will be writing out to one of these and asking them to be the MOT, and then they will write the other player, so I don't have to write 36 private messages. Game 1. Now for game 2. First name is Reek 7967. There's something to be said for those groups of 4 numbers there, I suppose. The next one is Gold Farm GG. Maybe that means good game. We do not have any idea, of course. And the third name is El Diablo. Yeah, you're probably not Spanish or anything. That was just... Okay, name form out here. And the first name of the A-seeded players is Chewbacca. Played with him quite a few times. He's a good guy. Second name is Cynthian. Almost sound like Cynthia. Probably not the supposed meaning of that. There's probably some smart story to that. And the last name is Lanny85. So a judge in this game as well. Not that we're playing any favorites, of course. So this is game 2. Lanny85, Cynthian, Chewbacca. Oh, that could be Chewbacca. El Diablo, Reek 7967, and Gold Farm GG. Now, for the third game. Reader. Order 909. Sounds like the Order 909 and it's something from Star Wars. Was that another? I recall it as 909. And Hypermoo. And then from the blue ball, Stanimir. GM Grip, the god of the side. I've heard him call himself, well, speaking of himself as possessing god rights at least. Always remember to drink coffee. And the last name from the blue ball is Axel. Also a very proficient player. Now, game 3 then, just to recap, was Stanimir, GM Grip, Axel, Reader, Auto 909, and Hypermoo. Now, for the next game. GM Paler. Evan Known. And Nils. Also, I just saw my own name here. I'm gonna mix that. I'm trying not to look. I've folded them all, so hopefully it should make a difference. So Nils, Evan Known, and DM Paul. Now, Yakren Hagar from the series. Not sure if that's the guy actually playing. Faceless Assassins probably don't play Game of Thrones. Sagarian. And Harakon. So, Harakon, Sagarian, Yakren Hagar, or however you pronounce that anyway, the Impala, Even Known, and Niels. For the 5th and second last game. Myself. So that's probably good. Someone called Harry. Could be the Crown Prince of England, or, well, not the Crown Prince, but you guys know what I mean. And Hot Pie. Probably a wordplay, since there's not a T on the character from the series. Or books. I mean, more books, but you guys, again, could be book series as well as a show. James Brown here. History Lord. And Earthshaker. Again, one of the highest ranked players on the side. So Earthshaker, History Lord, James Brown, Hot Pie, Harry, and myself. And the last game, well, that's sort of, self-explanatory. We've got Opmit. Jendata, the last entrant into the tournament. C.S. Mason. Tony, another staff member. Kobe's Taba, another staff member. So that's gonna be sort of like incest, except not. And Deaplide. So I'm using a webcam here, but you guys can just maybe sort of see the games here in sequence. This is the first game, second game, third game, fourth game, fifth game, and the sixth game. Right, so that's it. And have fun, everyone. And remember not to break any rules or generally not being nice to each other. Of course, apart from that, backstab and please do ally and, ally against other people and all that. Take care.